Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Play action. It's Fields. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave it, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Now a handoff to Chandler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again. Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold. And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. It's taken to the 26. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Fields. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. The Bears in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Corey Blasingame, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Now Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to air one out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
He's up to the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Wentz on third down. He's got it. Touchdown. Logan Thomas, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have cut the lead back down to 2. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Fields now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Go. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing now is Wentz. Dancing to his left. He's got it to Gibson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Well, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Well, obviously, the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get him? Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Gibson again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. To try again after the sack. Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Fields on third down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Fields. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the open man. He finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On second down, here's Gibson again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibson. Oh, he bowls over him. A second pin has fallen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
With a dime left on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's Chandler. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They run it with Chandler, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the 27, Fields. And that'll be caught by... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think...
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Fields. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down. You've got to pump this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Chandler, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler, and he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. So this one in the win column for the